And a pleasant good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another broadcast here on RioSportsLive.com. We are coming to you on a Monday night in Port Isabel, Texas. I'm Joe Bowling with you. Rio Hondo Bobcats in town to take on the Port Isabel Tarpons. District action as the season is winding down finds these two teams in a different spot, as the Port Isabel Tarpons are fighting for playoff contention and position. Rio Hondo Bobcats pretty much eliminated on the opportunity to play in the postseason, but will play here as a chance to knock off a rival, meaning this game has some meaning between these players, and it will be competitive. As they're announcing the Rio Hondo Bobcats, their players coming onto the court. In girls action earlier, the Lady Bobcats secured a victory here against Port Isabel's Lady Tarpons. And so the Rio Hondo Bobcat on the boys' side will try to complete the sweep for the Bobcats. They will be needing some hot shooting, need to take care of the basketball. And now it's time to have the introduction of the starting lineup for the Port Isabel Tarpons. They'll announce the non-starters first. To a decent crowd that's on hand. We had a bigger crowd filing in while the girls' game was wrapping up. We had some of the fans tuning in on the boys' side. And a lot of those fans have stuck around. I've seen this gym a lot fuller for this rivalry. And certainly sometimes some of the games have had much more meaning. But again, you wrap up any way you put it, a rivalry game between these two teams usually is competitive. We'll take a break and get you set for the opening tip-off. This is RioSportsLive.com.
Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito is right there for you when it comes to supporting your teams, schools, and organizations. A veteran-owned business dedicated to helping out regardless of the team or season. Let Chewy's design your hats or shirts with state-of-the-art embroidery. Let Chewy's design and print your shirts for the next big game. How about custom engraved top-of-the-line mugs, buttons, banners? Call Chewy's Custom Sports today.
Back here on RioSportsLive.com as the pregame introductions have been completed. Both teams met out on the center court. And we are ready to roll here. First broadcast was girls. This is our boys game here on a Monday night. Is in this particular district, the boys will be playing on Monday and then Friday, and then next Monday they'll play again to decide the final few games of this district play. As the Rio Hondo Bobcats make their way on the floor, they'll be in the black uniforms with the gold trim. Tarpons, as they break out, will be in the white uniforms with the blue trim. And we've seen this Rio Hondo team play here on RioSportsLive.com throughout the season. They're a squad that is kind of tough to figure out at times, and that they're ultra competitive, but they go through streaks in which just point production just is non-existent, and they get better at times. They're scary good when they're really clicking on all cylinders. We'll see how they come out and play here against this Tarpon team, who will be trying to fine-tune things as they are eyeballing postseason play. Referee with the ball in the hand, and away we go. Tip controlled by the Tarpons of Port Isabel. First possession of the game. Tommy Zarita has the ball, hands it off to Emilio Galvan. Galvan will run it at the point. Fires a pass to Zarita. They'll play catch. Skip pass over to Cole Pinkerton. Top of the key back to Galvan. Lob it inside. Extra pass outside. Zarita off the dribble. Gets it inside to Pinkerton. Fadeaway jumper. That one won't go. Secured rebound by Isaiah Oliveira for the Bobcats of Rio Hondo. Oliveira has it in the corner. Spin it outside to Zeke Rios as they'll stay with three players beyond the arc. Zachariah Rios also in the mix. Get it outside to Cavazos as they'll spin it around the perimeter. C.J. Leal also out there. Leal catches now. Gets it in the corner. Rios, nothing there for him as they'll just probe this zone defense right now, but here's a steal. Easy pickings. Tommy Zarita lay it up and in. First points of the game. Zarita with a steal. Port Isabel up. Rio Hondo basketball. Again, first possession down. They were just playing catch content on the outside of this zone. And then just got lazy with that pass that was intercepted by Zarita for the easy layup. That pass was deflected. Touch last by Port Isabel. Rio Hondo ball. Still looking for their first points of the game. Leal has it near the midcourt stripe. Zone defense set up here. Tarpons giving Leal a little bit of room out there near that volleyball spike line. Got it to Villarreal, his first touch of the game. Jabez brings it outside. Spins it over to Leal. Leal off the dribble, nothing there for him. In the corner, they'll find Olvera. Back outside, in possession with patience this time for Rio Hondo. Here's an open three on the way by Leal. He drains it. C.J. Leal. Bobcats on top. And that was good patience against that zone defense by the Bobcats. Zarita has the ball for the Tarpons. Out for a Pinkerton three. Answer there? No, sir. Rebound in the paint. That's Villarreal securing that board for the Bobcats. Villarreal in the front court. Left wing pass. Now a cutter. Jumper on the way. Good. Isaiah Olvera. Little 5-0 run by the Bobcats of Rio Hondo after Port Isabel scored the first 2 points of the game. Pinkerton has it. Out to Zarita. Zarita takes a look. Plays catch with Pinkerton. Back to Zarita, who's standing out near the mid-court stripe. Galvan in the mix. Now get back to Zarita. A three on the way. That misses by Jason Lowe. Another rebound for Villarreal. Rio Hondo back on the offensive end. Leal catches. Goes to Rios. Villarreal back to Rios. Finds a cutter, back door. That's deflected out of bounds. That's off the hands of Isaiah Hernandez, and that's a turnover. Check that. That's off the hands of Olvera. Turnover gives it back to the Tarpons. Second turnover of the game against Rio Hondo. Fadeaway jumper, Galvan got it to go. Emilio Galvan scores his first points of the game. Rio Hondo with the ball. Up one. That's on the way. Off the mark, missed by Olvera. Got his own board, though. Kick it back outside for a three. Answer there. That won't go. Offensive rebound again. Rios misses that shot. And the ball goes out of bounds. Opportunities that time thanks to the rebounding by the Bobcats. But nothing doing on the scoreboard. Port Isabel ball. Galvan on the dribble. Spins it inside. That ball deflected. Villarreal gets the steal for the Bobcats of Rio Hondo. In the corner, here's a three by Rios. Got it. Zeke Rios with a three. Rio Hondo up by 4. Tommy Zarita handles the ball for the Port Isabel Tarpons. Spins it outside to Daniel Rinza. Rinza, guarded by a man, sends it over to Zarita. Top of the key, it goes to Pinkerton. In the corner, here's a three. Answer there. That's off the mark. Villarreal, yet another rebound, his third of the game for the Rio Hondo Bobcats. That pass on the right side, caught by Rios, gets it back to Villarreal. Puts it on the floor, beat Zarita, got in the paint, had it blocked, got his own board, has that stripped away and stolen. Jabez got the rebound, but then lost the ball. Near a steal that time by Zeke Rios. He got in the passing lane, but the ball belongs to the Port Isabel Tarpons. Slow start scoring-wise for Port Isabel. This team can get on a track as well. We've seen them in coverage in our games we've had here on Rio Sports. Galvan has the ball. Right side pass, now in the corner. Now they'll go inside to Lowe. Goes to work into a double team. Put it on the floor, has it poked away, and Villarreal takes it away. Bobcats on the attack, right baseline. Nothing there. Kick it out to Rios. Now in the corner. Here's a three by Leal, but that's off the mark. Offensive rebound, though. Easy stick back, Olvera. Isaiah Olvera with a stick back. 6-point lead for Rio Hondo. Rinza goes to work, has that one taken away. Jabez Villarreal now has it stolen, and here comes Zarita. Right side pass, Pinkerton, got it to go. Cole Pinkerton on the finish. Rio Hondo basketball in the backcourt. Nice slipping through a double team this time by Leal. Hands it off in the corner, now cuts through. Caught it, shot it in one motion, missed. Rebound secured by the Tarpons of Port Isabel. They'll slow the pace as Lowe secures it to Zarita. Now quickly ahead to Pinkerton. Fires a pass to a cutter, and Lowe will get fouled. That'll stop play with 2:05 remaining here in the first quarter. And a free throw opportunity coming up for Jason Lowe for the Port Isabel Tarpons. Fans watching this game, be sure you've passed the word to other fans and subscribe to our YouTube channel, if you will, as Lowe misses the first free throw. By subscribing to our YouTube channel, you'll be sent notifications when our broadcasts begin. Timeout on the court, 2:05 left here in the first. Port Isabel and Rio Hondo continue after this.
If you just graduated high school, are looking to change careers, or to upgrade your job skills, Texas Southmost College is the place to start. With over 50 certificates and associate degrees to choose from, TSC has the career for you. At TSC, you get a quality education that's close to home. Earn a certificate or an associate degree and get the education you need for today and tomorrow's job market.
Wouldn't you like to be in demand?
Texas Southmost College in Brownsville.
Back here on RioSportsLive.com as Rio Hondo Bobcats break out of their huddle. On the road, they're on top by 4 here in the first quarter. Our thanks again for anyone tuning in. Reminding you our games are available here live and in most cases available on archive. Highlight reels available. We'll have all the games throughout the basketball season available for fans once the season concludes. Should the case be that a coach wants a game pulled as a result of not wanting coaches and players from other teams, perhaps playoff teams, scouting their team. Rio Hondo basketball up 3 with the ball on the baseline. Nothing there. A big step for Zachariah Rios. Now they'll spin it around the perimeter, staying outside this Tarpon zone. Villarreal pulls the trigger on a 3. Way long, but an easy offensive rebound secured for the Bobcats. That'll be a turnover, though, as they will throw it away. Port Isabel back. Rinza wants a 3. Missed that. Check that. That's Zarita missing the 3. Securing the board is Rios for Rio Hondo. The outlet pass nearly stolen. But it's Port Isabel basketball with 1:28 left here in this first quarter of play. Leal has the ball. Over to Rios. Rios back to Leal, given plenty of room. Doesn't look to shoot right now. Villarreal catches. They do come out to guard him. Emilio Galvan draws that assignment. Rios has that come off his shoulder. Now they'll go in the paint. Dish it off. Easy layup. Good. Zachariah Rios on the finish. Rio Hondo back up by 5 now. Minute to go here in the first quarter. Tarpons with the ball. Left side it goes to Pinkerton. Back outside to Zarita. Here's a 3 by Galvan. That's off the mark. Securing that board is Daniel Garcia for Rio Hondo. Garcia gets away from a double team. Got it to Rios. Overhead pass to Zachariah Rios. Corner 3 ball. Villarreal splash. Jabez Villarreal drops in a 3 ball. 30 seconds left here in the first quarter. 8-point lead for the Bobcats of Rio Hondo. Galvan to Zarita. Zarita to Pinkerton. Pinkerton tried to force that through a double team. Over it goes to Zarita. Fires it in the direction of Pinkerton, and out of bounds it goes. In the turnover department, that's the 3rd against the Tarpons here in the first quarter. Bobcats see if they mark it down for one shot to close out the quarter. In the corner, Villarreal tees up a quick 3. Got another. Jabez Villarreal with another 3. 9-point lead. Pinkerton in transition off the glass. Got it to go at the buzzer. Cole Pinkerton. That's a good answer. Port Isabel needed that. 9-point lead. Bobcats with it. Back after this.
Fans, mark the day and make your plans to attend the Party on the Boulevard in Mercedes February 2nd. It's a festival featuring a beer garden, food trucks, 2 music stages, artisans, competitions, pet parade, and more. Family-friendly event. Admission is free. Check out the Facebook and the website at Party on the Boulevard. Saturday, February 2nd, along the Boulevard at the Rio Grande Valley Livestock Showgrounds in Mercedes, Texas. Be there. It won't be a party without you.
It's always a holiday at the Restore.
Come check us out at 507 North 1st Street.
Miss a day, miss a deal.
We're open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Visit us today.
Back here on RioSportsLive.com as the Port Isabel Tarpons and the Rio Hondo Bobcats engaged in action here. It'll be Rio Hondo basketball out of bounds as we start the second quarter of play. Jabez Villarreal leading all scorers in the first quarter with 6 points. He canned 2 3-pointers down the stretch. Helped his team secure this lead on the road. Rios has the ball. Guarded by Galvan. In the corner it goes. Leal fires it inside. Back outside. Here's a Rios 3. That's off the money. In the paint, that rebound is touched last by the Bobcats, and out of bounds it goes. Port Isabel ball. Tarpons down 9. Their leading scorer, Cole Pinkerton, had 4 points, the last 2 coming right there at the buzzer to close out the first quarter of play. Rinza has it, gets it over to Galvan. Galvan given plenty of room. Dennis Lozano now in the game. Out on top of the key for the Tarpons to run this offense. Zarita over to Lozano, back to Zarita. They'll take a look. Here's a 3 on the way. That's an open look, but it's missed by Lozano. Pinkerton gets a rebound, finds a cutter in the lane. Zarita can't get the shot to go. Tarpons still retain possession. That pass nearly stolen. Pinkerton has it. Takes it off the dribble. Cole Pinkerton for 3. That's off the mark. Another rebound, this time by Lozano. Then he loses it out of bounds, a turnover. So the offensive rebounding was there for the Tarpons, just no production on the scoreboard. Still looking for our first points of the second quarter. Rio Hondo basketball. Basketball action tomorrow night will be in Santa Maria. Here's a no-look pass. Right side layup, Zeke Rios. Assist to Jabez Villarreal. 11-point game. Tarpons on the attack. Outside pass deflected. That'll go out of bounds. Villarreal got a fingertip on that. Lozano to inbound it. Gets it to Tommy Zarita. Zarita spins it over to Rinza. Now they'll work it back over to Rinza. Top of the key it goes to Zarita. Over it goes to Lozano. Back to Zarita. Now in the paint. A lot of contact. Pinkerton picks that up, puts it up and in. Cole Pinkerton, right man on the spot. On the finish, he's got 6 points. 9-point game. Villarreal has it for the Bobcats. Attacks in the lane, overhead pass, in traffic, layup, good. Another assist for Villarreal. Bucket Daniel Garcia. For Jabez Villarreal, he scored those 2 threes, and now suddenly he's getting on the assist train. Right side to Lozano for the Tarpons. Outside to Zarita. Thought about that long 3. Nothing there. Here's a Galvan penetration. Get it outside to Zarita. Pinkerton with a catch. Backs it away. 5:29 to go. Zarita with a catch on the right wing. From the top of the key between the circles. Backs it out. 11-point lead for the Bobcats of Rio Hondo. They led 18-9 after a quarter and have outscored the Tarpons 4-2 here in the second. Here's a 3. That's off the mark by Galvan. Offensive rebound, though. Dennis Lozano gets it back outside. Another jumper. Galvan got that. Just inside the arc for Emilio Galvan. Now the Bobcats have it on the attack. Off the glass, won't go. Long rebound comes out, secured by Leal. Hands it off to Villarreal. Villarreal off the dribble, hands it off inside. Layup good and a foul. Another assist to Villarreal. Bucket Garcia, and he'll go to the line. 11-point lead for Rio Hondo. Daniel Garcia to the line. Makes the free throw. For Garcia, he's got 5 points. Tarpons with the ball. Been outscored 7-4 here in the second quarter. Zarita has it. In traffic, that pass deflected. Villarreal nearly stole it. It's touched last by Galvan, so that is a turnover. Give credit to Jabez Villarreal getting a hand on that in the lane. Villarreal will now run the point. Brings it across, picked up by Cole Pinkerton defensively. Stopped his dribble, needs some help. Finds it. The presence of Rios. He'll force that pass through everybody. It's tipped last by a Tarpon aboard Isabel. And Rio Hondo retains possession. Rios throws it in. On the dribble is Zachariah Rios. That's off the glass, no good. Offensive rebound, though. Secured by Daniel Garcia, then he'll lose it. Tarpon's back with the ball on the attack. This is Zarita, right side for Pinkerton's three, and that's off the mark. Quick rebound. Here come the Bobcats. Leal goes coast to coast. Missed a shot. Villarreal right there. Put it in. Jabez Villarreal with the stick back. 14-point game. That's in the paint. Get it back outside for a three for Zarita. That won't go. The rebound is touched last by the Bobcats as it goes out of bounds. Offensive rebounding here in this game. Already 8 offensive boards for Rio Hondo. 3:33 left in the half. Rio Hondo up 14. Timeout on the floor.
Next game, and let Chewy's Custom Sports go to work for you. From custom designs and graphics to mass production in-house. If it's hats, shirts, buttons, mugs, cups, banners, and more, then Chewy's is there for every team and every sport. A veteran-owned company in touch with the community. It's Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito.
Back here on RioSportsLive.com as we resume play. Rio Hondo with a 14-point lead. Port Isabel with the basketball. And before the inbound play, the whistle blows as the official will check things with the scorer's table. Here's a three on the way for the Tarpons. That won't go. Missed by Dennis Lozano. Bobcats have the ball in the front court. Down the lane, left hand, finish, count it, and a foul, and Daniel Garcia gets back to the line. Daniel Garcia with now 7 points in this game. Rio Hondo has outscored Port Isabel now 11-4 here in the second quarter of play. Garcia at the line is 1 of 1 today. 7 points, couple of rebounds here in the first half. Got that to go. Garcia now joins Jabez Villarreal with 8 points apiece to lead the scoring for the Rio Hondo Bobcats. Port Isabel basketball. Tommy Zarita. Tarpon team looking to get on track offensively. They were held to 9 points in the first quarter, have scored just 4 thus far here in the second. Zarita was open, finds a man at the free throw line. That one's missed by Daniel Renza. Another rebound for Jabez Villarreal. He's been busy in this game. 8 points, 7 boards in the first half. Off the dribble, that's a turnover as Rios lost that out of bounds. Tarpon ball out of bounds on the back court. Tommy Zarita brings it up. Outside to Zarita. Over it goes to Lozano. Lozano back to Zarita. Attacks into a traffic. Missed a shot but got fouled. And Tommy Zarita will get to the line. For Zarita. First trip to the line today. First one rattles in. Tommy Zarita ready with another. Got that too. For Zarita, 4 points in the game. Pressure in the backcourt by Port Isabel. And it pays dividends on a turnover. They try to capitalize. Layup Pinkerton, good. Cole Pinkerton. Bobcats back with the ball. They'll break the pressure this time. This is Villarreal going to work, lost it. And out of there with it is Galvan. Galvan tried to throw it through traffic. Turnover right back to you. Shot on the way by Rios. That won't go, and a lot of contact as two players go to the ground. Daniel Garcia elevating high for the Bobcats. Dennis Lozano also in there. Just under 2 minutes remaining here in the half. Checking back in the game is Zachariah Rios for the Rio Hondo Bobcats. Meanwhile, Daniel Garcia has a seat on the bench. He appears to be okay. He came down hard and awkward going after that board. Galvan has it in the front court to Rios. Rios skip past to Renza. Renza back to Zarita, now top of the key to Galvan. Back to Zarita. Three, answer, no. Rebound, out. Another offensive chance. That shot up and in. Made basket by Emilio Galvan. Cuts it to an 11-point game. Now a steal for the Tarpons. No look pass. Pinkerton layup good. Cole Pinkerton on the finish. Turnovers coming in big numbers. Timeout call by the Bobcats. Their lead is down to single digits. Back after this.
Don't pass up the savings at Mikasa Furniture. Score big at Mikasa Furniture.
7533 Boca Chica Boulevard, Brownsville.
Looking to add that special look to your home? Then stop by Nip and Tuck Draperies in downtown Harlingen. With a wide assortment of draperies, blinds, bedspreads, and more, they specialize in creating exactly what you want. Quilting done right in the shop, in the workroom. Open Monday through Friday, or call today for free estimates at 956-428-4331. Visit us on Facebook or stop by 214 East Jackson. It's Nip and Tuck Draperies as you shop downtown Harlingen. Back here on RioSportsLive.com as we are in Port Isabel, Texas. The Port Isabel Tarpons on a little mini run here. Caught back up to Rio Hondo as far as the second quarter scoring. Each team with 12 points apiece. Missed shot by Jabez Villarreal. Rio Hondo still leads by 9. Port Isabel, though, trying to creep back into this one. Trying to heat up. Made baskets lead to pressure, but there's a steal as Renza loses that in the backcourt. Here come the Bobcats, and this is Leal. He threw it away. Turnover, layup, good. Daniel Renza on the finish. Down to a 7-point game. 46 seconds left here in the half. Rios has the ball through a double team. Overhead pass. Got it to Rios. Zachariah. Over to Leal. In the corner it goes. On the dribble. Forced pass and a steal. On the turnover. Here come the Tarpons. Galvan spins away. Hands it off on a cutter. That's Pinkerton to Renza. Tips it out to Lozano. Back to Galvan. Back to Lozano. 19 on the clock, back to Galvan. Galvan through a double team. Out for a three by Lozano, no good. Bobcats get the rebound. Get it in the hands of Villarreal. Now in the front court through a double team. That's a charge. Tommy Zarita got back to draw the charge on Jabez Villarreal. This turnover situation, though, still a big number now. 14 for the Bobcats here in the first half. 7-point game, 6 seconds to go. Timeout call by Port Isabel. They want to drop one last play. We'll be right back with that after this.
We are this close.
We're this close.
We are this close of wanting
to making history.
This close to changing the world.
We're this close.
This close. This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
ever again.
This close. We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio.
All we need is you.
This close.
If we don't act now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
Back here on Rio Sports Live, the Port Isabel Tarpons over there talking things over. Nice camera work right there by Gage DeBose, helping out. On his vacation down here, helping me out on the camera. From Farmington, Missouri. Port Isabel outscored 18-9 in the first quarter, have now outscored Rio Hondo in the second 14-12. Final 6 seconds playing out. Zarita to throw the ball in from the midcourt stripe. Looking, gets it in to Galvan. Galvan, right side Pinkerton, three on the way, money. Cole Pinkerton hit one to close out the first, gets one to close out the half. 4-point game. Rio Hondo leads Port Isabel. Feeling a little better. Back after this.
I opened Alex Ron with the intention to give people in Brownsville and those who visit us a very unique experience in the area of retail. We saw the need to give people a personal experience that only a boutique could provide. Here in Alex and Raw, what we work for is searching for different pieces, textures we bring from India, from Mexico, trying to make this a different experience. The people to find treasures here in their own valley. It's a pleasure to welcome everybody and making them a part of our family. We invite you to discover Brownsville. You can't miss it.
If you're looking for custom hats, shirts, or jackets, then you want Master Stitch. Custom embroidery and screen printing are what we do. Any logo or design, great quality at the right price. For shirts like this, it's Master Stitch. 2500 US 281 Edinburgh.
For over 65 years, VTX1 Companies has called South Texas home. And that means more to us than just being in a community. It means being part of the community. Through the good times and the hard times, celebrating every triumph and lending a helping hand whenever we can. From farm to city and neighbor to neighbor, VTX1 Companies is there, bringing friends, families, businesses, and communities closer together. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
If you drive a truck, we're looking for you. Rollins Transportation is now hiring non-CDL drivers for FedEx ground delivery routes. You must be 21 years or older, have 1+ year driving a 15-foot or larger box truck, have a clean background check, a clean driving record, and be able to provide a driving employment history. There are multiple open spots available. If you have what it takes to be part of our growing team, don't wait. Call, text, or email to apply today.
Back here on RioSportsLive.com as we are at halftime with the Port Isabel Tarpons taking on the Rio Hondo Bobcats. I want to run down our statistics for you. Also want to remind you of our broadcast coming up tomorrow. On the basketball side, we'll be at Santa Maria for San Isidro taking on Santa Maria. That's one of our systems that will for certain be broadcasting tomorrow. Prior to that, tomorrow, early game, soccer fans. We've got number 1 in the state taking on number 8 in the state in soccer action coming from Brownsville Veterans Memorial, as Valley View's in town to take on Brownsville Veterans on the boys' side. Again, number 1 versus number 8 in the state in the current soccer polls. We'll have that game broadcast to you beginning at 5 o'clock. That's an early start for that one. But then we'll follow that up with girls and boys basketball action from Santa Maria. And I'm trying to take a look at where we're going to put System 3 in play tomorrow. There are some games that are starting to pop up on the horizon that are meaningful games. One at Harlingen South. The South Hawks got a couple of players back in the mix that is going to make that game interesting and still give them a little breathing room to try to get back into the playoff mix. So we've got more broadcasts coming up. We've got a busy week coming up with more basketball on Friday. We'll be back in Santa Maria. I can tell you about that one already. It will be San Perlita in town to take on Santa Maria. But tomorrow, San Isidro in town to take on Santa Maria. And that's got big-time implications on that district, on how that plays out. Boys and girls, as the girls will wrap up action in a meaningful game in Santa Maria. The San Perlita's in town for that one. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get you closer to the second half of this one. I'll run down some stats for you as well after this.
The new location for Children's Depot in Wesco is a third facility within our family offering high-quality education and infant care. Classrooms are filling fast, so take advantage of open enrollment today. School readiness curriculum, including science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. Children's Depot, the education station.
Si te acabas de graduar de la preparatoria o buscas cambiar de carrera, Texas Southmost College es el lugar donde empezar. Con más de 50 certificados y títulos asociados que escoger, TSC tiene la carrera para ti. En TSC puedes conseguir una educación de calidad que está cerca a casa. Obtén un certificado o título asociado y consigue la educación que necesitas para el mercado laboral de hoy y mañana.
¿Te gustaría que requieren tus servicios?
Texas Southmost College. Visítanos en tsc.edu.
Back here on RioSportsLive.com. Yeah, I just saw a note here. I was also passed that word earlier today that perhaps System 3 here can be in play tomorrow night in Santa Rosa, as Santa Rosa will be taking on Frontier. That's 13-0 against 12-1. We'll pass the word to that one. I'll find out here in just a moment. We'll take a quick break. I'll tell you whether or not that system will be in play. I might know in the next 2 minutes. Back after this.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
Truck Techs in Harlingen is your source for lifts, wheels, and tires. Talking trucks of any size, any model, and any year. Specializing in accessories with top-of-the-line products to bring that special look to your truck in a professional way. Lifts, wheels, and tires, with financing available too. Call today or stop by Truck Techs in Harlingen.
Welcome you back here on RioSportsLive.com. And yes, we have confirmed I am going to have a system in Santa Rosa tomorrow night, as Frontier will be taking on Santa Rosa. That's 13-0 against 12-1. So just like that, we put that into play. We'll have a broadcast coming from there. We'll have one coming from Santa Maria. And, of course, that soccer game coming. Fans, I've got 14 systems out there. If I could get these things all funded with advertising dollars, we would be in 14 places tomorrow night. I've talked to play-by-play guys. I've talked to camera operators. I've got individuals who would work for us, could work for us, and are wanting to work for us if we can get the advertising dollars in place to put these in motion. The equipment's in hand, and certainly the number of schools that are on board with what we're doing here with Rio Sports are receptive to us increasing the number of systems that are broadcasting games. Run down our scoring here in this one. It's a 30-26 lead for the Rio Hondo Bobcats. They led 18-9 after the first quarter. We're outscored 17-12 in the second. Your leading scorers, Cole Pinkerton for Port Isabel leads all scorers with 13 points in the first half. Emilio Galvan had 6. Tommy Zarita with 4. Daniel Renza with 2. Jason Lowe finished with 1. For the Bobcats of Rio Hondo, Jabez Villarreal finished with 8 points. He scored 6 points in the first quarter, just 2 in the second. Daniel Garcia picked up the scoring for the Bobcats, where Villarreal left off. He had 8 points in the first half. Zeke Rios had 5. Isaiah Olvera with 4. CJ Leal had 3 points. Zachariah Rios had 2 points. In the rebound side, Jabez Villarreal was 7 boards in that first half. 5 of those on the offensive side. The Bobcats out-rebounded the Tarpons to the tune of 19-7. 11 boards on the offensive end for the Rio Hondo Bobcats, and that literally kept them in this game. In the turnover department, Port Isabel turned it over 3 times in the first quarter. Rio Hondo just 4, but the Tarpons turned it up a notch or 2 in the second quarter, forcing 10 turnovers in that second quarter by Rio Hondo. And so that may be the difference maker, is taking care of the ball as we start the second quarter. Our camera is kind of showing nothing. We've got 2 teams out here ready to roll as we'll swing that back into motion. Cameraman was having a lunch break over there, so we'll get him back into play. And we welcome you back to our coverage here on Rio Sports Live. Hey, remember last year about this time when my wife was getting interested in these games, and we'll be watching one side of the court and the other side is where the ball would be. So it's understandable at halftime that our cameraman would be looking in another direction. Again, want to remind the fans, if you're tuning in on our YouTube channel right now live, be sure you subscribe to our channel. Help pass the word to other fans out there on Facebook that we are on YouTube for these games live as we make the transition to where our games are covered. Pinkerton has the ball, and the Tarpons start in the second half with a 3 on the way, up and in by Daniel Renza. 1-point game. Rio Hondo ball. They've led since early in the first quarter of play. They'll slow the pace right now. Matter of fact, they haven't trailed in this game. Bobcats have protected the lead from the opening basket made. They'll go back to a slow, patient set right now. Now they'll force a pass inside. Nice catch by Garcia. Gets it out to Villarreal. The extra pass for the 3 by Leal. Buries it. CJ Leal, another assist for Villarreal. Tarpons back with the ball. Down 4. Sarita has it. Now in the corner to Pinkerton. Off the dribble, this is Galvan. Galvan, nothing there for him. Backs it away, finds Pinkerton. He's been red hot in this game. Galvan plays catch with Pinkerton. Now he tees up a 3. Misses that. Rebound for the Bobcats as Zeke Rios secures the board. In the back court. That's a dangerous pass, but gets to Leal nonetheless. CJ backs it away. They try to double team him. He'll dribble away from that. Get it over to Rios. Now the extra pass on the right side. Rios saves it. Threw it away, though. Turnover in the Tarpons. That's near a backcourt violation. It is. Now Pinkerton tight roping that mid-court stripe, and there's something for you fans out there and for officials to kind of take a look at. There's 3 points that they consider at that point of the court. 2 feet in the ball. If 2 of the 3 cross over, then you can't go back court. If 1 of the 3 crosses over, you can still go back court. It's not considered bringing it across the timeline. In that case, the ball and Pinkerton's left foot was across the midcourt stripe. When he came back across, that was indeed a backcourt violation. Tarpon basketball. Pinkerton outside. Deep 3. Made one earlier. Missed that one. Rebound by the Bobcats. They'll try to trap in the backcourt, and they will, and they'll get a steal. Now the pass inside. Layup no good. Rebound tipped out. Pinkerton dishes it inside to Renza. Back outside it goes to Galvan. Galvan to Pinkerton. So this is Daniel Rinza, and he'll slow the pace. Pinkerton on the dribble. Over to Zarita, goes baseline, attacks, spins it out. Galvan to Pinkerton. Pinkerton finds Lowe baseline runner, got it. Jason Lowe, that was a good patient set. A lot of guys touched the ball that trip down for the Tarpons. 2-point game, Bobcats with the ball in the lead. Villarreal tees up a three, and no good. Rebound Pinkerton. Tarpons now with a chance to tie or take the lead. Zarita has the ball. Three on the way by Rinza, won't go. Offensive rebound, though, by Lowe. That pass deflected out of bounds. That's a turnover. Tarpons had a chance that time down. Rio Hondo basketball. This is Leal. Leal brings it up. 3 minutes gone here in the third quarter. Bobcats slowing the pace. They showed patience in that first quarter as they were figuring out this Tarpon defense and how the adjustments were made. Here's a three on the way as they leave Rios open, but he'll miss that. Rebound by Pinkerton for Port Isabel. His third board of the game. Zarita left open, kicks it over to Rinza, gets it back to Zarita. Look the defense over. Now he throws a pass in the direction of Galvan on the baseline, but that's tipped out of bounds. Zarita to throw it in. Out to Pinkerton. Back to Zarita. Three ball. Corner. Got it. Tommy Zarita. Tarpons on top for the first time in the game. Villarreal. Outside it goes to Leal. Leal further out to Rios. Back to Rios. Step through the double team. Gets it out. Here's a three by Leal. Got it. C.J. Leal. Bobcats back on top. Tarpons back on the attack. This is coast to coast. Layup missed by Rinza. Rebound Villarreal. Outlet pass Rios. Nothing there for him. Finds a man. Poked away. Picked up. Rios dishes inside. Baker. Good. Zachariah Rios on the finish. Bobcats back up by 4. Tarpon basketball. This is Tommy Zarita. Zarita has it in the front court. Spins it over to Pinkerton. Pinkerton back to Zarita. Given plenty of room by Villarreal. Over to Galvan on that left side, and he'll dribble. Double dribble called. And a turnover by Port Isabel gives the ball back to Rio Hondo. Tarpons managed to take a lead here in this third quarter, their first lead of the game. That's quickly evaporated on a 5-0 run by the Rio Hondo Bobcats. Now Rios and C.J. Leal play catch. They'll find Villarreal, goes baseline. Brought a double team, now gets it to Rios. Rios gets it to Garcia. Garcia goes to work. Left-hand shot won't go. Rebound. Garcia tracks it down, saves it back in, and Villarreal controls it. Bobcats still on the offensive end. Villarreal knocked to the ground, gets it outside to Leal, over for a Rios three that won't go. That was a turnover waiting to happen that entire trip down. The missed shot, probably the best thing out of that for the Bobcats of Rio Hondo. Tarpon settling it down. Rinza has the ball to Galvan. Galvan given some room. Finds Tommy Zarita in the corner. Now they'll go on the blocks to Lowe. Fadeaway jumper won't go. Long rebound out and controlled by Zachariah Rios. And then the whistle blows as they get to the midcourt stripe. A timeout called. Rio Hondo wanting to settle it down. They lead by 4. Back after this.
Retirement Service has been providing financial and retirement planning for many years for employees of different employment.
To help fulfill your retirement needs, come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together. Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment today.
Head to downtown Harlingen for great food, shopping, fitness, and fun. Welcome to Coletti's. Take a break for a quick lunch with handmade burgers, pastas, salads, sandwiches, and pizza. After a long day, have dinner with us where we have over 20 new menu items. Join us for Margarita Fridays and live music Fridays and Saturdays on the patio. Make any day memorable at Coletti's. Visit colettis.net. Downtown Harlingen. It's where you belong.
Back here on Rio Sports Live as the Tarpons break out of the huddle. Bobcats join them. And we're set to regroup here in this third quarter with 2:09 left. Each team has scored 8 points here in the third. Rio Hondo, though, had to come back to regain the lead, which they had controlled. Here's a three by Villarreal. Out of the timeout, it's good. Jabez Villarreal knocks down another. He's got 11 points, first player to double figure for the Bobcats of Rio Hondo. Zarita spins it over to Galvan, gets it back to Zarita. No look pass to Lowe, goes to work, lays it up and in. Jason Lowe on a finish, nice step through a double team. He's got 5. The lead is 5 for the Bobcats of Rio Hondo. Tarpons extend the pressure now on the defensive end to a half court. Villarreal given a little bit of room by Zarita. Gets it over to Rios. Rios guarded by Pinkerton. Passes it back over to Villarreal. The jab step, got some free room. Spins it now to Garcia. Garcia, they try to double team him. Beats him off the dribble, off the glass, missed a shot. Rebound by the Tarpons. Port Isabel gets a stop. Now they've got the ball. Down by 5 with a minute left here in this third. Zarita to Galvan. Galvan to Zarita. Extra pass to Pinkerton. Pinkerton backs it away. Over to Galvan. Extra pass on the baseline. It goes to Rinza. Back out. Zarita 3. Answer, no. Rebound by the Tarpons is tipped out of bounds. From beyond the arc, Port Isabel now. Just 3 of 20. That's 15% from beyond the three-point arc. Rios has the ball. Out to Villarreal. He's been hot. Got another. Jabez Villarreal. And it's an 8-point lead for Rio Hondo's Bobcats. They've outscored the Tarpons 14-10 here in the third. Zarita to Lowe. Now Pinkerton's hit shots to close out the first and second. Drops this one off from 3 and dial it in, count it. Cole Pinkerton. 10 seconds to go in the third. Leal, they come out to double team him and a foul called. We'll stop play, and that's the first foul of the second half for either team as Tommy Zarita is called for the foul. 6 seconds to go. Off the dribble, Leal. Off the double team, that's a steal. Here come the Tarpons. 1 second to go. Galvan may have got fouled. Hang on this one. If that's a shooting foul, he may be shooting free throws. The official blew the whistle right about the time the buzzer was going off. It is going to be a foul called. And so Emilio Galvan will shoot some free throws before we close out the third quarter. Rios was back there, and that was just a bang-bang play. And Galvan at the line. First one no good. Galvan now 0 for 1 on the free throw department. They haven't had many free throws in this game. That's just the 7th between the two teams. Galvan's second free throw is good. Third quarter in the books. 4-point lead for Rio Hondo. Back after this.
Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito was right there for you when it comes to supporting your teams, schools, and organizations. A veteran-owned business dedicated to helping out regardless of the team or season. Let Chewy's design your hats or shirts with state-of-the-art embroidery. Let Chewy's design and print your shirts for the next big game. How about custom engraved top-of-the-line mugs, buttons, banners? Call Chewy's Custom Sports today.
If you just graduated high school, are looking to change careers, or to upgrade your job skills, Texas Southmost College is the place to start. With over 50 certificates and associate degrees to choose from, TSC has the career for you. At TSC, you get a quality education that's close to home. earn a certificate or an associate degree, and get the education you need for today and tomorrow's job market.
Wouldn't you like to be in demand?
Texas Southmost College in Brownsville.
Back here on RioSportsLive.com, we head to the fourth quarter. 4-point game. Port Isabel and Rio Hondo. Rio Hondo with the lead and the ball as we start the final 8 minutes of play. The Bobcats now start the offense with the Tarpons backing off from this pressure. They were going half court, extending to the midcourt stripe. There's a turnover by the Bobcats on the first trip down. Tarpons back on the attack. Right side to Galvan. Galvan to Zarita. Over to Pinkerton. Pinkerton with a jab step. Threw it away. He looked in the direction of Galvan and Zarita, expecting one or both to cut right to that lane. Neither moved. So a turnover for either team to start this fourth quarter of play. Bobcats. Baseline jumper. That's an open look, and it won't go. They'll fight for that rebound. Secured by Pinkerton. He got out of there with it for the Tarpons of Port Isabel. Tommy Zarita stopped his dribble, finds Pinkerton. Back to Zarita. Out to Rinza, who finds Galvan. Galvan over to Zarita. In the corner it goes. Now they'll go on the blocks. Pinkerton tried to throw that through. He thought Rios touched it last. Official said, no, sir. The other official said, yes, you did. And it's going to be Port Isabel ball. So it will be Port Isabel basketball. They'll throw it into Pinkerton, outside to Galvan, back to Pinkerton, to Galvan. Thought about a three, gets it over to Zarita. Corner shot now, up and missed by Rinza, got his own board. Tips that one out, long rebound, Villarreal secures it, gets it to Rio, saves it back in. Villarreal diving, couldn't keep that alive, and out of bounds it goes. Tarpon ball. Neither team has scored yet here in the fourth. 6:20 left. Galvan in the open court finds Zarita. Tommy Zarita given some room. One hands that pass through there. Somehow it lands in Lowe's hands and he misses a shot. Quick outlet pass. Here comes Villarreal attacking off the dribble. Soft shot won't go. Offensive board. Stick back no good. Villarreal gets the board, put it up, got it, and a foul. Jabez Villarreal. The hard work inside was Daniel Garza and Zachariah Rios. The finishing shot was Jabez Villarreal, who just happened to be right there on the spot. Caught that, shot it in one motion, misses the free throw. Tarpon's back with the ball. There's a three at the top of the key that won't go. Rebound. Comes out long to Pinkerton. Pinkerton on the dribble. Spins it over, gets it back. Now they'll go in the corner for a Pinkerton three. Got it! Whistle blows in the paint. Let's see what they call there. They'll count the three. Then I believe the foul is going to be called in the paint at the same time. And they'll call an offensive foul on Port Isabel, positioning for the rebound. But the shot was on the way, so they count the basket for Cole Pinkerton. Bobcats with the ball. Up by 3. Bobcats scored 18 points in the first quarter. Now they'll turn it over. Tarpons with the ball. Zaritas gets it over to Pinkerton. Wants another three, and he misses this one. in the paint. The rebound, and then a whistle. And a foul will be called as they foul Jason Lowe. Non-shooting fouls. Again, we went a long stretch of this second half before any fouls were called at all. And now we've got a timeout called. When the player's down, they'll attend to that. We'll take a break. This is Real Sports Live.
Fans, mark the day and make your plans to attend the Party on the Boulevard in Mercedes February 2nd. It's a festival featuring a beer garden, food trucks, 2 music stages, artisans, competitions, pet parade, and more. Family-friendly event. Admission is free. Check out the Facebook and the website at Party on the Boulevard. Saturday, February 2nd, along the Boulevard at the Rio Grande Valley Livestock Showgrounds in Mercedes, Texas. Be there. It won't be a party without you.
It's always a holiday at the Restore.
Come check us out at 507 North 1st Street.
Miss a day, miss a deal.
We're open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Visit us today.
Zachariah Rios went down a little bit there, tweaked an ankle, but to a round of applause from both teams, he'll walk off toward the sidelines. Now there goes one of your primary interior players for this Rio Hondo squad. He was doing so often that work that doesn't go in the stat book. Positioning, keeping balls alive, going for the rebounds, keeping guys off the boards, if not getting boards. So he'll be an area of concern right now for the Rio Hondo Bobcats, as he'll be on the bench. And if he doesn't return, that's going to be some added pressure on the guys inside. And I'm talking now about Isaiah Olvera and also Gabriel Martinez, who just checked in the game. Jabez Villarreal has done his work on the boards already with 16 points and 8 rebounds. But he's going to need some help. The reason he's been able to rebound is because of the work that Rios was doing getting position. Also, Daniel Garcia, who's on the bench, they'll need him back in a short period of time. Port Isabel down by 3 with the ball. Chance to tie this if they dial up something beyond the arc. Outside to Galvan. Galvan in the corner it goes. Here's a 3 on the way for Rinza, but that won't go. Rebound goes out of bounds. Rio Hondo retains the lead and the ball now in their hands. Full court pressure now by the Port Isabel Tarpons. Beaten by the Rio Hondo Bobcats. Now in the corner they'll go. Baseline to Villarreal. Overhead pass. 3-ball Leal. Got it. C.J. Leal. Another assist to Jabez Villarreal. 6-point lead for the Bobcats. Tarpons back with the ball. Galvan tees up a 3. Bang! Emilio Galvan. Back to a 3-point game, nearing the halfway point of the fourth quarter. Villarreal catches, place catch with Rios. Rios spins away. Gets it right wing, that's Olvera. Gets it back to Rios. Leal takes a look, gives it over to Rios. 3:47 left, Rios, right side pass, Olvera 3, buries it. Isaiah Olvera. 6-point lead for the Bobcats as suddenly everybody hitting threes in this game. Tarpons back on the offensive end. Galvan. Bounce pass through Villarreal's leg, and Zarita misses the 3. Rebound by Rios, and a timeout call. Rio Hondo answering some threes with some threes. 3:22 left. They lead by 6.
Fans, if you want to look your best at the next game, then let Chewy's Custom Sports go to work for you. From custom designs and graphics to mass production in-house. If it's hats, shirts, buttons, mugs, cups, banners, and more, then Chewy's is there for every team and every sport. A veteran-owned company in touch with the community. It's Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito.
Don't pass up the savings at Mikasa Furniture. Score big at Mikasa Furniture.
7533 Boca Chica Boulevard, Brownsville.
Back here on Rio Sports Live, Rio Hondo with the ball and the lead after the timeout. That rolls off the mark, no good. Bobcats get the offensive rebound. Pass intercepted. Here come the Tarpons in the front court. This is Rinza. Attacks off the glass but got fouled. Missed the shot. And a free throw opportunity coming up. Stops the clock with 3:05 left here in this game. Rinza to the line. Makes the first. And foul is just the third of the half against the Bobcats. Each team with just 3 fouls. So if you get down to a point where you have to foul somebody, these teams are well off the mark at getting to the bonus. There's a missed free throw. Rinza got that rebound, and now Daniel Rinza, or check that, Jason Lowe will get to the line. For Lowe, he's 1 of 2 at the line on the night. First one rolls in. Port Isabel now 6 of 9 as a team from the free throw. Second one coming up for Lowe. He's got 6 points in the game. Now has 7 as he hits that. 3-point game. Rio Hondo ball. Villarreal from the baseline. Out it goes to Leal. Now a pass thrown nearly away. Loose ball picked up. Jump ball. Baseline. Good. Isaac Amarillo. Tarpons back with the ball. That shot won't go. Rebound by the Bobcats. On the attack now, down the right side, layup good, made by Gabriel Martinez. Answering on the other side is Daniel Rinza. Good transition bucket that time by the Tarpons. They're still down 5. Rio Hondo with the ball. Villarreal on the dribble is fouled as Rinza commits the foul. Substitution off the bench for the Bobcats as Zachariah Rios returns to the game. Also Daniel Garcia enters. Zeke Rios back in the game as well. Villarreal to throw it in. In the backcourt it goes to Leal. Tarpons have committed 4 team fouls. If you're talking about that, they can commit a couple of fouls going for a steal and still not sending one to the line. There's a steal by Pinkerton. Tarpons get it, down 5. Here's a 3 on the way. Zarita misfires on that. Rebound tipped out. Villarreal controls it on the fly for the Bobcats, and Zarita steals it. Gets it ahead to Lowe. Lowe on the right side. Off the dribble, off the glass, won't go. He got fouled. Does a couple of things now for Port Isabel. It stops the clock, which it's not necessarily your mortal enemy, but it's there. With 1:41 left in this game, that time's going to go quick. Lowe, though, to the line. Now the more important part. 2 shots here. He makes them both. You're down to a 1-possession game. First one won't go. So for Rio Hondo, regardless of what happens now, it's a 2-possession game. And that changes what you can do on your end. Second free throw by Lowe is good. 1 of 2 on the trip. 4-point game. Minute 41 left in the game. Back after this. Looking to add that special look to your home? Then stop by Nip and Tuck Draperies in downtown Harlingen. With a wide assortment of draperies, blinds, bedspreads, and more, they specialize in creating exactly what you want. Quilting done right in the shop, in the workroom. Open Monday through Friday, or call today for free estimates at 956-428-4331. Visit us on Facebook or stop by 214 East Jackson. It's Nip and Tuck Draperies as you shop downtown Harlingen.
We are this close.
We're this close.
We are this close. Of wanting to making history.
This close to changing the world.
We're this close.
This close.
This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
Ever again. This close.
We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio.
All we need is you.
This close.
If we don't act now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
Turnover, then a 3 up and in made by Daniel Renza. And just like that, the Port Isabel Tarpons have cut it to a 1-point game. They took a timeout, so we'll go ahead and keep it right here. They jump-started back into play there. They had a full timeout, but they jumped it after about 40 seconds. Port Isabel down by 1 now. We'll talk it over. Got fans asking if I'm going to do the Rio Grande City against Pioneer game tomorrow. I don't have a system up in that area that's monetized right now to send one in that direction. I'm trying, my friends. We are going to put one in play at the Santa Rosa game tomorrow. After the timeout, Port Isabel will be down 1. Still a minute 25 left, which, again, that clock was not a mortal enemy of Port Isabel at all. On the Rio Hondo side, that's a lot of time to have to take care of the ball. They've turned it over several times in this game. Pressure by the Tarpons in the backcourt. Bobcats get it across the timeline. On the baseline. Now they get it top of the key. Right side it goes to Leal. Leal, they try to trap him. He'll dribble away. Minute 13 to go. Still a lot of time here. If Rio Hondo thinks they can take care of this ball, milk this down, that's a bad situation. There's a turnover for the lead for the Tarpons. Missed shot, offensive rebound. Daniel Renza for the lead. Good. 1-point game, under a minute to go. Turnover in the backcourt by the Bobcats. Tarpons will get it out of bounds, and now Port Isabel suddenly flips it just like that. They can protect the lead. Zarita to throw it in. From the baseline on the offensive end. Zarita sets him in motion. Gets it in, gets it back. Thought about shooting, but didn't need to. Galvan to Zarita. Now there's only 5 team fouls thus far committed by Rio Hondo here in this second half. So they've got 2 to give before they get someone to the line. Tarpons playing catch, they'll spread the floor. Galvan with 38 on the clock. Now they'll foul once, and that'll stop the play. It will not result in free throws. That's just the 6th. Inbound play coming up for the Tarpons again. Galvan to Zarita. Splits a double team, missed a shot. On the floor, he got fouled, so it's a 1-and-1 coming up. 17 fouls. Zarita knew the foul was coming, and he was trying to lobby the official that, hey, I was shooting. Sometimes you get that call, sometimes you don't. Zarita, 2 of 2 at the line on the night. 7 points scored. First one, no good. Offensive rebound for the Tarpons. Get it back outside. Zarita, they'll foul him again. 27 seconds to go. Give Jason Lowe credit on that offensive board. And Daniel Rinza in there working for the Tarpons. Tommy Zarita back to the line. Again, it's 2 of 3 at the line. This is a 1-and-1. First one good. Make or miss, it's a one-possession game. And if you're looking, 10 of 17, that's nearly 60% for the Bobcats beyond the three-point arc here tonight. So if you have to attack outside there, you do have percentages in your favor. Free throw good. You don't have to go for a three here if you're Rio Hondo. Whistle in the backcourt, timeout called as they just get it in. Bobcats will talk. Again, you don't have to go for a three. You could. Still time on the clock. Back after this.
I opened Alex Restaurant with the intention to give people in Brownsville and those who visit us a very unique experience in the area of retail. We saw the need to give people a personal experience that only a boutique could provide. Here in Alexandria, what we work for is searching for different pieces, textures we bring from India, from Mexico, trying to make this a different experience. The people to find treasures here in their own valley. It's a pleasure to welcome everybody and making them a part of our family. We invite you to discover Brownsville. You can't miss it.
Back here on Rio Sports Live, the Port Isabel Tarpons talking it over. Game situation, they lead by 3. Now they've committed just 4 team fouls. So if Rio Hondo gets the ball in, Port Isabel can gamble a couple of times, may get a steal. Even if it's a foul, it's not a free throw shooting opportunity for Rio Hondo. Tarpons will extend the pressure. Bobcats send all 5 players back here near the inbound play. Make sure it gets in. Here comes Villarreal across the timeline. Takes it off the dribble, goes baseline, tries to whistle a pass inside, and there's a foul called. Again, Port Isabel can afford to give a couple of those before they send anyone to the line. Rio Hondo to inbound the ball. Here's where you got to watch for a 3 to open up on this inbound play. Good catch this time by Rios. Spins it to Villarreal. Step back 3 on the way, off the mark. Rebound tipped out of bounds. Tarpons will touch it last. Now Villarreal can get a better shot than that, but he's capable of hitting that shot. Bobcats to inbound it here. Set him in motion. Out it goes to Rios. Rios to Villarreal. Steps into a 3 this time. That's off the mark. Rebound by Lowe, and he's fouled in the backcourt. Villarreal wanted some contact on that 3. Nothing doing, said the official. 5 seconds left, and Jason Lowe can seal this deal. 9th team foul. It's the final 1-and-1 for the Tarpons, but Lowe, he hits the first one. You can send this one goodbye. Lowe eyes it. Missed it. Rebound by the Tarpons. Put it up and in, and that does it. Daniel Renzo with a stick back. Tarpons win by 5. Came from behind to do it. Outscored the Bobcats 21-12 in the 4th quarter. And stave off an upset bid by the Rio Hondo Bobcats to close this game out. Rio Hondo led 18-9 after a quarter, led after the 2nd quarter, led after the 3rd quarter. And we're outscored down the stretch 21-12 and fall in this one. Your leading scorers in this game Cole Pinkerton leads away. 3 players in double figures for the Tarpons. 19 points for Pinkerton, 15 points for Daniel Renza, 10 points for Emilio Galvan, 9 points for Tommy Zarita, 8 points for Jason Lowe. For the Rio Hondo Bobcats, Jabez Villarreal led with 16 points, 12 points for CJ Leal, 8 points for Daniel Garcia, 7 for Isaiah Olvera, 5 for Zeke Rios, 4 for Zachariah Rios, 2 each for Isaac Yamarillo and Gabriel Martinez. On the rebound side, Jabez Villarreal led the way with 8 boards. That's going to do it for our broadcast. I want to thank you again for watching the game. We'll have highlight reels up a little bit later on in this night. And also reminding you of our other broadcasts coming your way tomorrow. It starts with soccer at 5 o'clock. Number 1 versus number 8 in the state of Texas converge at Brownsville Veterans Memorial as Valley View takes on Brownsville Veterans. Then at 6 o'clock, Santa Maria is the scene for San Isidro versus Santa Maria in girls basketball action, followed by boys. Also at Santa Rosa, action as the Warriors will be at home in a meaningful game there on the district side. That's going to do it for the broadcast. Hope you enjoyed it. My thanks to everyone that's helped in sponsoring this. Until next time, good night.